And we're back. Should everybody coming out and supporting the MMA Lock Cast earlier today. Went 2 full hours talking about the main event. Or sorry, not the main event, the whole card, but I spent at least a solid 20 to 20, I'd say about 20-ish minutes talking about the main event. It got a little bit heated with the live chat, or at least I got a little bit heated because of some of the outrageous takes I was taking. But I'll always say, to each their own. I will respect everybody's take. I will debate in a civil manner. I will not condone name calling, shit talking. Keep it civil, and we can get as heated as we want. That's all I want to say. So, shout out to everybody in the live chat that was keeping it cool and making their own case for fighters. And I honestly respect the guys that week in and week out plant their flag on one side and then win, lose, or draw, come back the next week and say, hey, I got you. I was right. Or, hey, I was wrong. You were right. All good. We call, what is it, 44 UFC events time 12 fights a card on average. That amount of fights is how many fights we try to predict on a yearly basis. We're not going to get them all right. I think right now my prediction rating is at 62% on UFC. So I'm hoping to get closer to that 66%, which is usually the marker in terms of the people that are able to predict at a decently high level. But I'm definitely on a damn good run over the last several events. In terms of predicting fights, I gotta say that. I've gotten it from 60% up to 62%. And when you have, 300 plus fights that you predicted, that little switch makes a big difference. So the last week I went 7-3 on predictions. UFC 277, I think I went 11. Let me see here. 1, 2, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3, 6-3, 7-3, 7-4, 8-4, 9-4. 9-4 on UFC 277. Let's see UFC London. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 7-1, 8-1, 9-1, 10-1, 11-1, 12-1, 13-1, 13-1, or 13-1 on London. Like, I've been absolutely killing it with the predictions lately. All right, last one I'll check. UFC London, or sorry, UFC Long Island. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 7-1, 7-2, 7-3, 8-3, 9-3. Not a bad stretch if you guys were tallying it up on your side over there. So appreciate everybody talking. Asher Quinn, I am talking about just predictions, straight predictions. Bets, I've been killing it as well. Like I'm doing very well over the last 4 events specifically. I'd say since April, I've been doing very well, in my opinion. Asher Quinn, appreciate you stopping by. Rips and Picks MMA. Appreciate you stopping by. Happy hump day to you as well, my friend. Lajuan Dream in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Untitled NY Cards. What's good, my friend? Appreciate the love. Lajuan Dream saying, going to have any Bellator plays this week? I more than likely won't. I just haven't had the time to get into it. After this, I gotta finish up my Contender Series Index. Then I gotta do the Lock the Night, Dog the Night Challenge updates. I haven't done that since this past weekend, so that's a big thing that I'm behind on. Like, let me just look in here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things to do between now and Friday. 13 if you want to count propping you up. So I don't want to half-ass Bellator and PFL content. I am dead certain there are people that do, and I don't want to be seen as that guy. I don't want to half-ass things like I was saying on the last chat. Just quickly looking over it though. Again, just skimming the odds here. Nothing sticks out enough for me to be like, hey, keep an eye on that. Like maybe Vanderford minus 200, if that. So not a lot of confidence with Bellator or PFL. Gunny saying we go again. You know it, my man. Content is the name of the game from now on. Fell off a little bit, wasn't consistent enough. Now I am dead set on staying consistent. And the best way to do it is to ensure that I continue doing these MMA Lock Talks Monday through Thursday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. There you guys go. Nathan Petras is saying, what's going on? How about Vera Lock City Parlay? Definitely not. I like Loopy, maybe put in Martin Boudet there, but I am heavily against the Vera train this weekend. Tristan saying, I got no more meetings left for the day, so listen to you while I work. I told you Contender Series Parlay. Let's go. Yes. Shout out to Clayton Carpenter coming back from adversity in that first round. Finally going to the bread and butter of what he should have been doing the entire time with the wrestling. And then Wojcik knew it was going to be close, but knew that she'd be able to grind it out. Catch that parlay. Let's go. Gunny's saying, yeah, you've definitely gotten a lot better at predicting for the days of that panel when all you guys used to give your predictions. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yes. Shout out to the shout out to the odds.com days. I love those Friday night chats. Not to mention, I love not being the host. Shout out to my guy Bleed that was killing it with the hosting spot and obviously giving his takes as well. He's a damn good dude as well. But I much prefer just sitting back and giving my takes on the fights. I have grown more and more comfortable as being the host, obviously for the Ultimate Wayne Show, for propping you up, for my own shows. I very much enjoy it. The Real Study saying Clark for the dub. I'm not so sure, my friend. I hope you got in at the better line now, especially with all the money coming in on him. We shall see. Asher Quinn saying one of my mates is absolutely unreal at picking 62.7% UFC pick over 1,000 fight sample. Never taped a fight in his life. Just goes off vibes. Interesting. Shout out to your boy. Lajwan Dream saying busy man. That's how we stay relevant, right? Remember that tweet that I put out today? Consistency, hard work, and be likable. I feel like I have all those things in droves. Untitled and White Card saying I'm very selective when subscribing to people's content. After watching your channel for a few months, joining your Patreon was a no-brainer. Appreciate you, bro. You're killing the game. Thank you, brother. I truly appreciate it. I did not pay him to say that. Appreciate the love. If you haven't already, make sure you hop into the Discord channel as well. If you are in the Discord, please let me know what your username is in there so I can match you guys up. But yes, appreciate the love. Patreon, $5 a month, right? Super cheap. Appreciate the love, guys. Ashley Quinn saying I'm only at 56%, but I love picking a contrarian dog for a laugh. Not a bad way to go about it. Ashley Quinn saying on the content grind, man. Love to say it. My man. Martin O'Dwyer saying, is McGregor after retiring or is he coming back? One minute he's saying good luck, and the next the best comeback you will see, or the best comeback you'll see when he does come back. I think he will come back. Like, I know he knows there's a finite amount of time that you can compete in the UFC. There's a finite amount of time that you can push your body to the extent of going through an MMA training camp and actually going out there and putting your body on the line. So I think we'll see him at least 1 or 2 more times. Hopefully they give him more favorable matchups than they've been doing for him recently. But I think he'll be back for maybe 2, max 3 more fights. Lajuan Dream saying I didn't see the contenders parlay until too late. I would have played it too. Fuck. Apologies, my friend. Again, it was a spur of the moment thing where I'm like, I feel damn good. But if anything, it reminded me of why I shouldn't continue to do or be doing, chalky parlays like that every single week. Because Clayton Carpenter almost fumbled the bag there. And I would have been happy paying the chalk straight up on Wojcik at minus 220. Again, I know that was a close fight, so I might be contradicting what I'm saying by saying, okay, I would have paid the chalk on Wojcik, but like to have a handful of close fights, one of them could potentially go the other way, parlay together. That's what happens when you bust parlays, or what happens and parlays busted is usually the result. Asher saying you've seen Sharap Putin Makhmedov is scheduled to fight this week. I don't know who that is, and I don't know if that's just trolling. MMA's biggest fan, 23, saying, how many fights do you think is too many to parlay on average for long-term profit? I'd say anything more than two, honestly. Like, you're really playing with fire. Obviously, it depends on the spot. Every parlay is subjective based on the matchup that you're betting against. But like, I think if you consistently do over three-leg parlays, it may not pay off long term. Like, I know there's guys out there that tout, oh, look at this parlay ahead, look at this parlay ahead. It's the parlays you don't see that cause the riff and you lose in long term. Large one dream saying I got to get up back on consistency. Been waiting for 2K23 to come out though. One more month. Yes, sir. Good shit, man. I've always wanted to, like, I've been good as a casual at NBA 2K. I haven't been playing as consistently as I used to back in the day, but like something I've wanted to do. Like, I enjoy sports games, but it's been a while. Lajon Dream saying also a Patreon member. Best $5 a month I spent. Thank you. Like, again, didn't pay him to say that. Appreciate you, my man. Nathan Petrus saying, I'm debating taking a poke at Nate the Train. Does Onama's pure skill and talent completely void Nate's experience in dogging him? I would taper off on the pure skill and talent part of Onama. He is skilled, he is talented, but I just don't. It's his KO power that you should be worried about if you're backing Nate the Train. Nate's fragility as well is something that you should be questioning as well. But like, I get it. If you're playing a money line side here, you play Nate the Train. I don't hate the shot, man. Good luck if you take it. Personally, I'm not taking it, but I see the value in it. Asher Quinn saying, fine, I'll go sub to the Patreon. Thank you. I appreciate the love, man. Again, I don't expect it from everybody. The most I expect from anybody that ingests my content is hit that like and subscribe. That's it. Drop a comment even. That's going the extra mile. But all I need is 2 clicks of a button, like, subscribe, done. 1 click of a button if you're already subscribed. Appreciate you guys. Lajon Dream saying, did you get around to checking out that Cesar Gracie interview? I have not. I have not. Usually when I'm doing my work, I'll listen to podcasts in the background, but they're all comedy podcasts. Like, I don't really listen to any MMA podcast. Like, after I'm done doing my research and making my picks, I might just skim through some of my friends' podcasts just to see where their heads are at for some matchups. But like, full podcast is just comedy podcast for me. Like right now, I'm just finishing up the Theo Vaughn and Rogan podcast that he just dropped yesterday. Love me some Bad Friends. Love me some Scissor Bros. Love me fucking Flagrant. You know, I love comedy podcasts. I hear, talk, and see so much MMA every single day that like just getting that to MMA or that comedy fix and like other topics, that's the way that I look at it. Shout out as well to King and the Sting in the Wing. I love that show. I know the people hate those guys, Shab and Dalia and fucking Eric Griffin and Theo Von and stuff. I love those guys. You know what I mean? I is what it is. I enjoy that podcast. They have a good chemistry. And shout out to Nick Davis as well, a fellow degenerate gambler. Tracks his picks on Bet MMA Tips, so I respect him for that. But he is the epitome of a degenerate gambler. And if you guys watch Cats After Dark, you see it come out when he talks about fights and all that stuff. I love it. Gunny's saying I do a big leg parlays all the time, but I don't put a lot of on them. That's the key part, right? Like, I do lottery parlays as well all the time. But the thing is making sure you don't stake more than you're actually putting on your serious bets. So you want to make sure that as long as your serious bets are hitting, they nullify any of the lottery tickets that you're putting together afterwards. Last one Dream saying, do you have console? Yes, I have Xbox One, PS4, and Switch. I have them all. I just got to upgrade to the newer generation. Haven't gotten to that yet. Gunny saying you play 2K. Again, it's been a while since I've properly played it. but I used to play all the time. Asher Quinn saying super unorthodox Russian striker middleweight, light heavyweight. What promotion is he fighting for? Gunny, what console? Tell me Xbox. I got them all. I forgot which one I actually have NBA on, but I know I have it on at least one of them. Elijah Dream saying I'm on PS5 if you're talking to me. If you can play PS4, PS5 cross gen or whatever the fuck it is, I'm down to play. You might smoke me, but down to play. Gutty was talking to Locke. I'm on Xbox for 2K, but all of the games I play on PC. If I do have 2K on Xbox, I'll hit you up and maybe we can run a couple games, talk some MMA shit with each other. We'll see. Maybe we'll do like a Twitch live stream or something like that if I can somehow figure that out. Nick Peppard saying Nate is definitely a live dog. I agree. Asher Quinn saying, yep, only support if it's within your means. Exactly. Thank you, Asher. Appreciate it, my friend. Martin O'Dwyer saying, very soon the Irish will take over your Discord just like we smashed the game. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. We got some great guys in there. Hop on in if you'd like. CJ MMA saying, is there any spots you like for Bellator PFL? Love your content, by the way. Appreciate the love and support, my friend. But no, I am not looking into Bellator PFL. I don't want to half-ass it either, like I've been saying. I will say, Dennis Goldsov usually seems like a good parlay piece. He's minus 325 now. He's usually a safe parlay piece. So if you want to throw him into parlays, I think that's not a bad spot. I haven't tape studied it myself, but he's usually reliable. So take that with a grain of salt. Rips and Picks saying, what's your favorite fast food place or restaurant? I'm a wings guy. I love wings. I love wings. There used to be a place up here in Toronto just by Wonderland called, or it's not used to, it's still up there. It's called All Star Wings and Ribs. And they were the first ever place I came across that had 150 plus flavors of wings, right? Like all different sauce combinations, all that type of stuff. And that made me fall in love with wings. Then their quality of wings started to drop off. Like the wings got smaller. Like it didn't seem like as much meat on the bone. I think they were just trying to just go off the name that they built for themselves over the last couple of years and then just start to deter on the quality, but hope that their name brand was enough to keep the people coming in the door. They lost me at that point. But luckily, there's a new place that opened up here just by where I live called the Wing Spot. And they are legit. Like they got fucking amazing wings, great quality. They got just as many takes as they have, like maybe not as many takes, but just as they have creative takes on wing flavors, they have creative takes on like fries and onion rings and like all these other things. So love the Wing Spot. I actually so I had pickup from them 4 or 5 days ago with the wife, and when I went to go pick it up, the guys seemed very cool, so I started talking to them, and it was actually the owner's cousin who was running that location. They have like 6 or 7 different spots. And I talked to him. I'm like, you guys have a legit setup here. Like, do you guys show UFC fights? And they said, we're not at that point yet. For anybody that knows anything about UFC pay-per-views at restaurants, they have to pay a crazy licensing fee compared to us residential folks who just have to pay the one-time pay-per-view fee. But I told him, I'm like, once I feel like I have a good enough love for people within my area, like within the range, like my radius, I'll think of doing like a meetup, like a pay-per-view meetup at their spot, and for them to show the fights. So to give them business, and then obviously for me to kind of connect with my viewers and fans and all that type of stuff. I'm not at that point where I feel like if I just put flyers everywhere, people will come out and watch it or come and hang out. But yeah, that's something that I want to do. Glad that you brought that question up. Wings and shawarma. 2 favorite foods of all time. If you want a third, sushi. I love sushi as well. But shawarma plates, shawarma wraps, mainly shawarma plates. Love that shit. All right, back to the questions here. Titled in white card saying, I'm loving Loopy. Do you see any scenario Overkill gets the win? I don't, right? Like, how does Angela Ho win this fight? She keeps it standing and she uses her volume and her output against Godinez. However, I think that's going to be stifled by the takedowns and ground game of Godinez. So, like, again, and Lupi's not a fish out of water on the feet. She's good at her striking. She's improving her striking, but she's still good enough to compete with Angela Hill in the striking. It's just the numbers and the volume of Hill that could potentially give her some trouble on the judges' scorecards. But I'm expecting Godinez to get to the ground relatively easy and just fuck her up there, honestly. Martin O'Dwyer is saying, did anyone see the new Hulu film Prey? I haven't. But I heard it's good. I've never really been like an Alien Predators kind of guy. It's based on Predator, right? Isn't it a part of the Predator storyline? But I heard it's good. I might watch it myself. Don't spoil it in the chat here, but I might watch it myself. I started watching What We Do in the Shadows. It's like a comedy mockumentary about like three vampires who live in a house and they're trying to just like they're 600 years old or something and they have caretakers and shit. And it's just a comedy. Like it's shot like The Office style, but about vampires. Did I say zombies earlier? I meant to say vampires. But either way, I'm only 2 episodes in. Kind of funny. I love comedy shows like that. I'm in the process of rewatching Superstore. You'd love that show as well. I'm halfway through finishing Peaky Blinders last season. Haven't finished that yet. Better Call Saul. I need to watch the most recent season. I flew through The Last Kingdom. If anybody watched The Last Kingdom, uh, if you guys like Viking shows or Viking type shows or those period pieces, I flew through that show like 5 or 6 seasons in like a month and a half. I love that show. Great show. Um, and I started Nightfall as well, which is only 2 seasons, which is a bit of a bummer. But like watching the first 2 episodes, it has like movie budget production shit. Like I think people would enjoy it if you guys like those period pieces type things. I'm into that whole Vikings and medieval knights and swords and war and Troy and that type of shit. I love that stuff. So if anybody has recommendations along that line, movies or shows, I'd love to hear it. Lost One Dream saying it's not cross-gen. That sucks. Hopefully eventually it is, though. I agree. Lost One Dream saying, but yes, sir, I would absolutely be down to play it. Do you play My Career? We could run and beat down on some people. I haven't, but I would love to do that as well. Let's see here. Asher Quinn saying he's fought a couple times in Arena Global in Brazil. This time he's fighting in RCC. Oh, I know RCC. There's been a couple guys in the UFC who have competed there. I know the likes of MMA Wizard absolutely love him as a prospect. Interesting. I'll be sure to check him out. If he's good enough, he'll eventually make it to one of these big shows. Gunny saying you talking about playing Park Lock. I haven't done the park thing either. I've done like a little bit of My Career playing online, but I'm down to play online if you want to like go head to head or some shit. I don't know, whatever the fuck. We'll try to figure it out. DM me on Twitter, and whenever I can squeeze out some time to run some 2K, I'll hit you up. Asher Quinn saying the North American experience of wings seems crazy compared to over here. I'm happy with KFC Wicked Wings though. Ooh, this will shit all over KFC Wicked Wings. I'm telling you that. And you guys don't have like a wacky wings type of thing down there? I believe you said you're from New Zealand, right, my friend? They should have something down there. Rips and Picks saying just started cooking wings in the air fryer. That is a game changer, and I love how that's what exactly you said after that. And it's a game changer. Yeah, ever since I got my air fryer as well, I've been using that thing. That thing is probably going to break on me soon because of how much I use it. But I love it. Yes, you are right. You're absolutely right. I usually get like wings from Costco, like the bulk wings. I'll throw them into the air fryer, sauce them up myself if I want. But even just as is, with a little bit of marinating and seasoning, fucking amazing in the air fryer. Glenbot 5000 saying, "Hey, Lock, Ireland used to have a radio station, legit best wings animal competition. Wow, I love wings, wings, baby." Asher Quinn saying, "Even when Angela Hill implements her path to victory, the judges rob her half the time. She's unbettable." Exactly, I agree. Tristan Sherhouse saying, "If you do that meetup, I'll def fly to Toronto. Never been past Calgary yet. Damn. Let me see. Like, I'm trying to figure out if I should do something special for a UFC 280. It's on in the afternoon, which is a bit of a bummer for anybody that would want to come out and do something. Excuse me. But it's my birthday. Like, it is literally my birthday that date, and they're giving us one of the best cards ever put together. So I don't know. There's still about 2 months until then. We'll see if I can pull something off. MMA Jesus saying max bet Godinez minus 275. I don't mind it. I honestly don't mind eating chalk when it's required. Martin O'Dwyer saying, who do you think is the biggest apple pie shooter on Saturday night? Gotta be Marlon Vera. I think Marlon Vera shits in everybody's apple pie this weekend. But there are a lot of live underdogs on this card, folks. Again, go back and listen to my MMA Lockcast episode that I did earlier today. But, David Onama, possible pie shooter there. Bruno Silva, possible pie shooter, but I feel like Onama could shit more than Silva. I think Silva starches Joe Mir short. Gabriel Benitez, I think he's a pie shitter. Ode Osborne, I think he's a pie shitter. Ariane Lipsky, pie shitter. But the biggest out of them, in my opinion, is probably going to be Marlon Vera. Gunny's saying Hill is not good. Her voice is annoying. Her stats is annoying looking. Yeah, I've never been a fan of her voice. Ashley Quinn saying have to back on Tavares this week. Have a rule where I auto fade anyone who lost by round 1 KO last fight. Not the best way of going about it because I think you have to base it on fight by fight basis. But on Tavares, round 1 plus 900. Give me a little bit of a sprinkle, baby. Ashley Quinn saying what we do in the shadows. New Zealand production Taika Waititi. Ooh, does he actually produce that? Is that true? Moise Audio saying Arnold dies and pray. Don't kill me, bro. Glenbot saying Shadows is amazing. Yeah, I'm only 2 episodes into it. One Dream saying the Woodstock documentary on Woodstock 99 on Netflix. That shit was wild. That is one that I have in my queue that I'm waiting to watch. I will eventually get to that one. But yes, I'm very much interested in that. There you go. Tilda Swinton is in Shadows. One Dream saying I'm on season 2, episode 3 or 4 of Better Call Saul. Yes, I am completely caught up other than the last season. Love that. Love that show. Martin O'Dwyer saying, Glenn, I love when you guys are in here together. You guys are fucking awesome. MMA Jesus is saying, if you want a dark comedy, watch this Australian show called Mr. In Between. Very under the radar quality show. Is it available on any major streaming platforms? Please let me know. Glenbob 5000 saying, new Netflix show called The Sandman is really good. It looks good. I saw the trailer. I'll definitely give that a try as well when I get the chance. One Dream saying, if you get a next gen console, I can def help you out with making a my player. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Sean Campbell. One of my buddies saying, Joe Johnston show is my current fave. There you go. Gunny, Peaky Blinders last season disappointed me, man. I'm going to be honest. There's a reason I haven't finished it yet because the first 2 episodes have really done nothing for me. We shall see. Gunny saying, you need to watch Animal Kingdom. Ooh, I know that's been all over Netflix. Haven't gotten a chance to check it out, but I will definitely check it out. He's saying his favorite show, hands down. Wow. I intend on rewatching Game of Thrones as well. I intend on rewatching The Last Kingdom because I really enjoyed that show. There's a couple of shows I have circled that I eventually want to rewatch. It's just finding the time to do so is very difficult. MMA Jesus saying, you ever watched the show Justified? I have not seen that, but I've heard about it. I heard it's good. Gunny saying, I watched it from the beginning. Sounds good, man. Martin O'Dwyer saying, Vikings is class and Game of Thrones just it. Game of Thrones season 8 is the shit. That's fact. I love Game of Thrones. Like, I even loved the last season. A lot of people were shitting on it a little bit too much, in my opinion. What they could have done is give it the 10 episodes that all the other seasons got, but for some reason they wanted to rush the finish. I don't understand that, but I still love what they give us. But Vikings, I stopped, I think, after season 3 for no reason. Like, I don't know. I should have gotten back to it, but I will eventually get back to it as well. But what I want to do is go back and watch it from the beginning again so that I can truly remember exactly everything, where all the relationships are at, all that type of stuff. I'm just a nutcase like that. I like to make sure I have all my I's dotted and my T's crossed when I go back and watch shows. But good call on Vikings. By the way, new Game of Thrones show coming out soon, right? I think end of the month. House of the Dragon. Looking forward to that. New Lord of the Rings show coming out on Amazon Prime. That's going to be fucking fire. I think that's the first week of September. So a lot of big shows coming out, especially if you're a TV fan. Glenbot 5000 saying, yeah, man, did well last week. Hopeful for this week. I love the relationship that you guys are starting to have. Asher Quinn saying air fryer supremacy. I agree. Unknown saying I literally just got an air fryer for free for rewards for buying a new laptop. Bro, it's going to change your life. I'm telling you. MMA Jesus saying Angela Hill's fighting in front of a home crowd. So if there's ever a split decision, she will win. It's this one. Again, I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think it's going to be that close. Unknown saying this card is like a card with half the fighters are reschedules from prior cards. It is. Well, at least the last two or the first two that I know are Castro Lipsky and Quinlan Witt. Nunez Calvillo is another one. Is there any other ones? Glenbot saying oven them for 20 minutes, then finish them off in the air fryer coming from a catering manager. Interesting. I'm assuming the oven like cooks them better and then the air fryer gives them the crisp. Is that the deal? Nathan Petras saying someone needs to tell Dana to add Arnold Allen to versus cater to UFC 280 100%. That would be a great fight. I'd love to see that. Martin O'Dwyer saying live watch party for your birthday. Nah. I'll see if I can convince Cody to come by and we can do like a live watch party with me and him where we just get fucked up. But I just love getting fucked up, chatting shit on my Discord channel, chatting shit on Twitter. That's it. MMA Jesus is saying Martin Boudet is not a pie shitter, parlay him. MMA Jesus knows what's up. Glenbot saying, don't watch the movie though. Lajuan Dreams saying, I heard Jesse and Walter coming back, so I had to get on Better Call Saul. One of my friends said they like it better than Breaking Bad, actually. It's a really good show. It really is. It really holds up. Like the first season's a little bit slow, but after that, it really picks up. I very much enjoyed it. Asher Quinn saying, yes, it's Taiki Waititi and the guys from Flight of the Conchords. New Zealand has great drag comedy for mockumentary style productions. I love it. Taiki is a beast, right? Like he's behind Thor and all those other big. I know he's done a bunch of other big shit too, but I love it. Marno O'Dara saying, "See us with a few drinks in us." Maybe I should have you guys on for the live chat party together. Huey Hoopin saying favorite porn star actor. Might have to dig into the vault for that one. Go with the Jenna Jamesons. Lajuan Dream saying a really good video game I think you would like is Elden Ring. That shit was amazing. I've been at the final boss for months, but I haven't beaten it yet because I don't want it to end. I did buy that when it came out, and good God, is it too hard? It is so fucking hard. Like I personally, I enjoy like the Uncharted's and the Tomb Raiders, like those types of action adventure games. I'm not so much into the, super RPG Skyrim type of shit. Like I can't get behind that. Give me the Spider-Mans. Like Spider-Man for PlayStation was fucking dope. Love those games. Um, you know, Batman, Arkham Asylum, all that stuff. I love those games, but like Elden Ring, I think it's a little bit too much for me. It was beautiful. It was amazing setup and all that stuff, but I just can't like losing your runes and having to get them back and all that stuff. I don't have that much time. I don't. Lajon Dream Singer, are you cool with non-MMA questions? Non-MMA is fine as well. It is. It says MMA Lock Talk, but MMA is just to bring people in and let them know it's MMA based. But we can talk about any and everything, my friend. Gutty saying about a family that does big time robberies for a living, but operate like a legit business. If you like action, you love it. Interesting. I'll check that out. House is going for fire. Glenbot saying correct in regards to the frying of the wings. I love it. I love it. Lajuan Dream saying Hill and Loopy, another one that was moved to this card. Ooh, yes, you are correct. Guy saying, nah, Hill won't make the fight close enough to win a split. She only beats up on Ashley Yoder type fighters. There you go. Asher Quinn saying, any thoughts on Bo Nichols' performance yesterday? I don't know if you have already talked about it. I haven't. The only thing I'm mad about is I didn't take the shot on Nickel by sub. I didn't realize it was plus 225. That would have been the way to play that fight. But yeah, I don't mind what the UFC is doing. Give him a legitimate test on the Contender Series. Like, give him a guy that's 10 to 15 fights into his UFC career, or sorry, his professional MMA career, that can give Bo Nickel trouble. If he passes that test, sign him to the UFC. Even if he doesn't pass the test, fucking sign him to the UFC. The guy clearly has hyper on his name. The UFC would be dropping the ball if they don't bring him in. Marno Dwyer saying, yes, it's $1 million an episode for Lord of the Rings show. Getting hyped on a Wednesday night. Yes, it is insane how much they're spending on that. Lots of Dream saying, I was going to say the first season was slow, but it starts to pick up now. Yeah, it happened with me. I watched the first season. I fell off. Eventually got back on, got hooked. My wife, I got her onto it. She fell off after the first season. I forced her to continue it. And then now she's hooked as well. Asher saying Taika is an incredible creative. He definitely is. Glenn saying, and Dan Goldstein for the comedy. Daz is the amazing for hot takes. Shout out to those guys. Tell those guys to get their asses into the MMA Lock Talk live chat as well. Jeez. Nathan saying, bye, Kakraw, brother. Getting baked sitting there and watching the visuals in 4K when you slap a spirit bomb on someone's forehead. It brings you back to the days. Bro, I have that game. I'm stuck on Boo. Like, I'm literally stuck on when you have Gokhan fighting Boo. Gohan? Sorry, fuck. Like, I've been meaning to rewatch Dragon Ball Z just for the nostalgia aspect of it. And then when I find out they have a game where you can play through the entire story up until the Boo saga, I was in. And then I got stuck on Boo and I can't beat him. So, but yeah, I'll watch that eventually. Glenbot saying Lord of the Rings is my jam, and I like jam. I love it. And Glenn sitting back just light up a Master J. I'll be lighting up J's as well. Elijah Dream saying Elden Ring is definitely a tough game off the start, but once you get powerful, it's more fun. Maybe if I have the patience to do it, I will eventually get to it. Marno Dwyer saying on a Wednesday night. You already know. Spider-Man on PS2 was one of my favorite games to mess around on. Yes, that one was good, but I'm talking about like the one that have been coming out for PlayStation 4. Like those games have been fucking sick. Marvel Spider-Man, I think they call it. So fucking good. Kenny saying his manager didn't want him to go to the UFC too early. Makes sense. Asher Quinn, his manager is John Jones' manager from 2010 to 2021. He'll know what he's doing. Shout out to Malky Kawa, one of the first guys behind the scenes that I met when I started working closely with the UFC way back in the day. I can't believe it's been that long. Martin O'Dwyer saying, here's one for you, Lock. What's your favorite strain? I'm not like, trust me, I love burning. I love blazing. I love smoking weed. I love that stuff. But I'm not that much of a connoisseur to be like, the peachy aftertaste of this Gorilla Glue is just hitting the spot. Give me weed. Give me whatever. Indica sativa. It will give me the same effect that I need. I personally can't tell the difference. It hits me the same way. There are the obvious ones where you'd be like, okay, this didn't hit as hard. But for the most part, everything that I've been getting over the years and years and years I've been burning, it does what I want it to. So I'm not much of a, this is the only strain I'll smoke. I'm not that guy. Apologies for that shitty answer, Martin. Gunny saying, you think Bo Nickel out wrestles Hamzat? It's possible. It is possible. This kid is good. This kid is good. I would love to see that, though. Glenbot saying, I'm with Joy Diaz with the lying 250 milligram chocolate bars. I can't fuck with edibles. I had one bad experience with brownies. Can never go back to edibles. I can't even have brownies anymore, for fuck's sake. Regular brownies. Even the smell of brownies makes me want to puke. Paizo saying when Lalo gets introduced, that show ramps up 10,000 times. No spoilers, but that actor had one of the most fantastic performances I've ever seen. Bingo, my friend. I love Lalo. My wife is currently 2 episodes away from meeting Lalo. Agreed. I think he's in that actor is in a Marvel show as well. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I want to say Hawkeye. I think he was in a Hawkeye as well. Lajon Dream saying Elden Ring is a grind of a game. I got over 100 hours at. God damn. Glenbot saying, Lock, you're a man of the people. I'm glad you guys are seeing that. I love it. I can't believe I caught up with the live chat. Let me take this time to sip on my water, which I haven't even sipped on this entire time. This might be one of my favorite ideas I ever came up with, doing the MMA Lock Talk. Now, I would love to do it Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., but I already have the Ultimate Weigh-In show on Friday. And let's be honest, when we're at the end of the week, I just want to do my Ultimate Weigh-In show, wrap up the week in terms of content and all that stuff, and then just sit back and just wait for the fights to come on. Obviously, I have my Fight Day live chat. Like, if you're a content creator for MMA and you don't do a stream before fights start, you're doing it wrong. That's all I got to say. So, yeah, I hope I still have a voice. Um, for the Chronic Combat Conversations podcast I'm going to be doing tonight with my guys over there. Love those guys. Very solid dudes. Lajon Dream saying I've been grinding DayZ lately with one of my friends. If you've heard of it, I think I have it actually. I think it was a free game on the PlayStation Store a while ago, and I think I saved it, but I haven't played it yet. I'd definitely be interested in playing that game. Eventually, I'll get to that. The Prodigy in the chat saying Better Call Saul is my favorite show right behind Breaking Bad. It's up there. It's up there. And people who haven't watched Better Call Saul or only watched the first season of Better Call Saul will spit in your face for saying something like that. But I think once they give that show proper time, they'll see that you might be right. Same creators, same directors, same writers, all that shit. It just takes a season or two to kick in. Marno Dwyer saying Oliveira versus Islam. Can't wait for that fight. Should be great. I can't believe that. Like, again, I'm skeptical about the fight in terms of betting it because what's his face has been absolutely bonkers. Charles Oliveira has been absolutely killing it. But I never thought we would see Islam Makhachev around minus 180 again. But here we are. The new and improved Charles Oliveira taking necks and cashing checks. Gunny saying, get the likes up. Y'all are pathetic. What are we at? Again, this stream not as popular as the Lockcast. I get it. We got 15 likes, 16 likes. Yeah, some more, but it is what it is. Gunny, I appreciate you keeping these guys honest. Skip this question over Elijah Dream saying, damn, I gotta watch more Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad is my favorite show of all time. Keep watching it. You're only a season and a half in, my friend. Things are still waiting to be picked up. Guys saying y'all want the content, return the favor. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Noel Murphy saying Lock Talk rocks. I love it. That could be some future merch as well. If we get like a Lock Talk armory or something like that, I'd love that. I've a half unit on cruise this weekend. Can't really see many spots. Next week should be balls though. I haven't looked at next week at all personally. I'll eventually get there, but I want to do the next contender series first. But yes, I love cruise as well, my friend. Oh, Glenbot. Okay, so a serious question. Does Bo fight on Contender Series lock him in to only fight on there, or can he fight on another promotion? He can fight for another promotion. I don't think the UFC has him locked down or anything like that, but yes, he can. If Bellator called up and said, hey, here's $2 million, he could take it, from what I understand. But I think he wants to be with the UFC, let's be honest. Marno Dwyer saying is Oliveira versus Islam. Can't wait for that fight. I agree. Lajon Dream saying it's a zombie survival game, but it's kind of hard. I've died so many times. It can be hard to get food and proper clothing sometimes. I'll check it out. Like I loved Dead Island. I loved Left 4 Dead, Dying Light. I loved all those games. So maybe I'll get into DayZ as well. Average Joe saying I agree. Better Call Saul was great. Not as good as Breaking Bad, but very close. Very good games. The Prodigy saying, do you think it's just a coincidence with how much Kim is barefoot, or does that say something about Vince Gilligan? How much Kim is barefoot? I'm not fully understanding that. Again, I haven't seen the last season yet, so if you're talking about the last season, no spoiler zone here. Average Joe saying, "I want to bet Oliver," or sorry, I think you're trying to insinuate that Vince Gilligan is a footy guy. Just clicked to me. I apologize. Average Joe saying, "I want to bet all Olive so bad at plus money, but I know Islam is a different breed, and I don't want to fade that." Yes, I agree. What I potentially see happening is if they do strike for an extended period of time, Charles will likely get the better of those exchanges. It's how quickly does Islam get it to the ground without putting his neck out there and getting choked. And then once he gets to the ground, can he pass through those positions that'll allow him to stay safe? Violence is what I would bet, though, right? There's no props out for that yet, but violence is what I would bet. Aaron saying Cheeto going to land bombs. We'll see if he can land clean enough. Glenbot saying Charlie, but I'll wait till the line gets steamed from the Russian love. Could happen closer to. Paizo saying the absolute scenes of Charles wins will be insane. I've never wanted a fighter to win more than Charles. Just love that guy. Is there any fighter for you, Lock, that a big fan of? I love Movsar Evloev. I don't know why. I love the guy. I love me some Movsar Evloev. I'm starting to become a fan of Martin Boudet for some reason. I just love his fighting style. The guy's just relentless. I don't recall, like, there's no fighter that has truly come as close to being like my favorite fighter as some guy that I really cheer for, like Shogun was back in his like heyday, essentially, right? Uh, Ben Henderson. I had this weird love for Ben Henderson. Even Cain Velasquez. Love me some Cain Velasquez. Vanderlei Silva was my favorite fighter of all time. Shogun and him are like 1A and 1B for me. And then it's like Cain Velasquez and Ben Henderson. But current UFC, like, I really like Movsar Evloev for some reason. That's about it. Do, 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 do. Prodigy saying, "Are you all caught up?" I am not. I haven't seen the last season of Better Call Saul yet. Lajon Dream saying, "I hope Charles wins and comes out unscathed so he can get on that 283 card in Rio." Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Martin O'Dwyer trying to get some more Irishes to expose themselves. I love it. With that type of name, you got to believe that he's Irish of some sort. Morgan Kinsey saying, "Your top 3 favorite unranked fighters to watch." Ooh, Martin Boudet. um, Unranked fighters. Like, it's tough to think off the top of my head. Um, Shit. I'm sorry. My mind is kind of blanking at this moment in time. Let me see. I can spark my brain a little bit here. Um, Magomed Ankalaev is obviously one of my favorite fighters as well now, or has been over the last several fights. Unranked fighters. Like, I'm just quick. Justin Jacoby. Actually, he's ranked. I love watching him fight. Um, Saeed Jokum Kakramanov. That guy's a beast. Happy to hit that underdog ticket on him last time around. Um, I love Armin Petrosian. I don't know if he's ranked, but I love his style, his kickboxing style. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question, brother. Luke Fulton saying Left 4 Dead goated zombie game. Absolutely. I will say this though, I enjoyed Dying Light a little bit more. I thought I meant development deals, so he would be stuck. I don't think so, unless they have something put aside that says that. But more often than not, I think if you fight on the contender series and you don't get signed to the UFC right away, you're still technically a free agent. Lajon Dream saying Daisy has a proximity chat. You can try and make friends, but some people just kill you and take your stuff. That sucks. So it's like what do they call it? MMOPG or some shit like that. Is that the one that they made with the guy from The Walking Dead? Or is that a different game? Luke Fulton, he's implying foot fetish. There it is. Tarantino vibes. Loving the profile picture from the Prodigy, Nick Diaz and BJ Penn right after their fight. That was a great one. Luke Fulton saying minus 300 on Islam is decent. He's only minus 180, my friend. So if you like minus 300, you might as well get in now. Pies was asking if I watched Westworld. It got way better again this season, similar to how good the first season was. I watched the first season, fell off in the second season, never got back around to it. What season are they on now, though? I might eventually run back into it. All right, I'm going to hang with you guys for another 10 minutes. Then I got a bunch of shit that I need to complete. Always love doing this. I will be back, obviously, tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, for the MMA Lock Talk, and then 5 p.m. Eastern for propping you up over on the All Star. Lajron Dream saying Islam got knocked out by Adriano Martins. Yes, a lot of people forget about that, but I think it was just a case of Islam being super green. His striking still needed to come along a bit. I think it's one of those, all the best fighters have had one loss on the record where they're like, should they have had that loss? I think that's what it is for Islam. Luke Fulton saying, and why is money coming in on Cheeto still? I capped this as a pick more than you. More with you? Yeah. Hey, people see the way he dispatched of Rob Font and think he can do the same thing to Dominic Cruz. And this is why we'll always have an edge. Shout out to my guy, Best Fight Picks, or I think it was Lucrative. One of those guys that said that out there. Prodigy saying BJ Penn is my favorite fighter. I truly believe that guy is the 155 GOAT. Shame how his career ended. Yeah. Very much tarnished his legacy. Average Joe saying, I like the sound of the under on Oliveira Makachev. What do you think the line would be? 2.5 or 3.5? I think it would be 2.5. I think it would be 2.5. I'd be surprised if they start at 3.5. Lost One Dream saying Yanez, but I think he's ranked now. Yanez is fun to watch as well. I like what he brings to the table. Martin O'Dwyer saying this fight is in Dubai, though. If it goes judges, Oliveira will get robbed. I don't know if it's going to even hit the judges' scorecards, honestly. Buffalo on the beach, making my stomach growl because, yes, I am a little bit hungry right now. Saying chicken or steak for a quesadilla. Love me some steak. Prodigy asking, Locke, do you think David Onama is overrated? Wasn't impressed with him performance against Armfield. I do think he is slightly overrated. He should not be minus 300 here. I think he's good. Again, I love the guy. I think he's good. I think minus 300 is a clear indication that people are just overrating him. If he doesn't knock out Nate Landwehr, he's in for a long night. Glenbot 5000 saying Paul Craig, because I work Scottish bar in London, so I know people from his area. He's just a good person, easy to ride with. Seems like a good dude. Absolutely does. Nathan Petrus saying Air Jordan versus Billy Q. What do you think? They both just lost to Burgos. I like it. Jordan lost to Burgos. I thought Jordan won that fight. I had money on them, though, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. But I wouldn't mind that fight. Morgan Kinsey saying my top three right now are Kaio Bohalio, I'm guessing, D-Rod, and Ian Gary. Pretty sure they're all unranked. I think you are correct about that as well. I can't wait to see D-Rod back in the cage. By the way, one thing I found funny about Daniel Rodriguez was like this guy's love for tattoos, right? Watch his first fight in the UFC and then just keep going to the next one, to the next. You know what? Let me let me do this. Give me a second here. Just for the bants of the show. Let me pull this up for you guys real quick. All right. First fight in the UFC was Anderson versus Blachowicz, UFC Rio Rancho, Daniel Rodriguez. Okay. Let me share my screen here. Or you know what? I should just do it on the other tab. This killed me. This absolutely killed me. Share window. Here we go. Share. So check out my man, Daniel Rodriguez. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Actually, this is from his Contender Series fight. Looking hella babyish. This is his weigh-in with Tim Means, his first ever UFC fight. Then the next one was the Woodley versus Burns card. See him add a little bit more. Oh, who did he fight that night? Gabe Green. Adds a tad more, right? He adds the chain link fence around the top. I think he added some to his back as well. Then the Dwight Grant fight. Adds a bit of a chest piece, right? He adds the 1986 across his chest. Like he keeps evolving every fight with more and more tattoos. Next fight, Nicholas Dalby. Let's see. Adds more of a back tat. You can't really see it here. You can kind of see it in this one. He adds the Rodriguez on his back. Like every single fucking fight, he keeps adding more and more to his tattoo collection. I love it. The guy's making money, splurging on tattoos, it seems. Paizo saying it's in season 4 now. He's talking about Westworld. Sounds good. I'll eventually get around to that. Gunny saying, have you ever seen Hannah Locke? That's Farah show too. I have not. Another podcast network. If that is my guy, Nick Davis, shout out to my guy, Nick Davis, one of the best podcast producers in the game. What mic arm is that? It is the Gator Frameworks. Gator Frameworks. Asher Quinn, yep, about to get on that grind after this too. Let's fucking go. Big day ahead. SKD saying, what's up, gang? I love these daily powwows. Most of my friends who like MMA are very casual, so it's just cool to kick it. Yes, sir. That was the whole goal behind this, so truly appreciate it. Gunny, it's about this 13-year-old girl that's trained to be a CIA assassin. It's good as fuck. Interesting. I hope it's not too childish, though. With you, though, I don't think it would be childish. So if you like it, we'll see. Glenbot's saying, hey, another semi-serious question. I got Yasmin at pick. Should I arb out for the people? Explain how that works. You got so you got Jard. Remember, they're both named Yasmin, right? I don't know which one you're talking about. But in terms of arbing out, like you get a certain price on them, and then the line moves significantly another way or another, and you can still pretty much hit profit should you play it a certain way based on what the odds are currently at, based on what you got on them before. If you got Yaragui at dog odds though, or pick 'em price, don't hedge. Just fucking take it, bro. I think she wins that fight. I think it's a great line too. I want to see Yanis O'Malley bad. That would be a great fight. Olajuwon Dream Singh. I actually don't even know what you call DayZ. I don't think DayZ was based off anything though. There was a guy from The Walking Dead who got into a game, and they had him as the main character, but it wasn't like a Walking Dead game. Might be something else. Another podcast on network saying, catch Adrian Yanez and Cats After Dark Friday. Lots of Tony Kelly shit talk. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It seems like that is my guy, Nick Davis. Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Quick funny story about Tony Kelly. I was in Vegas last August, as you guys remember, when I went to the Apex card, and one of my Uber drivers, I told her that I was just coming back from the UFC fights, and she goes, "Oh, do you know Tony Kelly?" I'm like, "Yeah." She looks, she was like this out of shape black woman. Doesn't seem like she would know anything about the UFC. She goes, "Do you know Tony Kelly?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, he was a dick to me." I'm like, surprised. Apparently, like Uber at that time, especially last year in August, one of the things that Uber really wanted was everybody to wear masks in the car. And it's not a rule that drivers make, it's a rule that Uber made. So it was a legit thing that needed to happen for you to get inside the cars. And apparently he was making a big hoopla about it. And she was like, hey, I hate it as much as you do, but I still have to do it because it's technically my job and you are endangering my health and space by not putting on a mask. Eventually he put it on, but she was saying he was being very much about a dick about it. I did not expect her to ever bring up Tony Kelly's name, which is hilarious. Amazing. Prodigy saying Cruz is a totally different fighter than Font. Don't think Chudo will be able to figure out the footwork. I agree. Glenbot saying he just had chicken enchiladas. Oof, my stomach just growled again. Nick saying I thought Jordan won and also had money on him. I did. Asher Quinn saying I remember people being really confused about people complaining about that decision. In my mind, it was super, super clear. 29-28 Burgos. Interesting. I thought round 1 and round 3 were clear. Not clear. Round 1 was close, but round 3 was clear, Jordan. Glenbot saying battle versus Gary. I'm sorry, Martin, I got battle. I do as well. I will skip on that question. Again, we're hitting the 1 hour mark here, so I'm just going to skim through these last questions, touch on anything I haven't touched on yet. Appreciate everybody showing the love as always. Prodigy asking what happened to Daniel Rodriguez. I think it is an injury. Duplessis versus Oleg Shajak. That would be a firefight as well. Glenbot pretty much breaking down the arbitrage definition for you guys. They're a lot clearer than I did when the line moves so much that I can place a small bet to the other side to guarantee money. There you go. SKD saying his cholo tats are sick. Morgan Kinsey saying I can never watch back his fights to ever say again. Cheers, dog. He's like baby D-Rod when he comes into the UFC. Now he's just tatted the fuck out and jacked as shit. I love it. I love it. Gunny saying pull it up on the stream. I can't. I don't want to get demonetized. I can't do it. I'll give it a try though. I heard a lot of good things about it. Scott Tix is saying it's Yasmin versus it's actually the girl whose name doesn't start with a Y. Hers actually starts with an I, not a J. It's an I. Gunny saying Daisy was based off The Walking Dead. Interesting. Asher Quinn, apparently Lucindo made her pro debut at 15. She did, which is crazy to me. Glenbot saying, I love making Bobby Knuckles as Skyrim character and fucking up bandits. That's awesome. Asher Quinn saying, Tony Kelly drove from Louisiana to Las Vegas for a fight night because he was too much of a wailing crybaby to wear a mask on a plane. Yes, I do remember that. Robot Chicken Wings appreciating me for the dedication. I appreciate you for appreciating me all the time. Gunny saying, people act like those masks were going to really prevent anything other. Only the real Dr. Mask would really help. Again, the only reason I'm a sympathizer for people that were like heavy on the math stuff, we didn't know what it was back then. We really didn't. But now knowing what we know, information makes us all smarter people. Paizo saying top 3 Indian dishes. I won't judge if you say butter chicken. Butter chicken is always number 1. Aloo tikki is fucking amazing. And goat curry, fucking my favorite. Gunny saying, remember Hannah and Animal Kingdom when you need something to watch. I'll probably ask you about it again eventually, but I got plenty on my plate as of right now. Glenbot saying, Lock, you captured the UK market. It is a winning time, hopefully. Best UFC tattoo. Best UFC tattoo has got to be Damage, right? No, for the real though, I really loved fucking Ben Henderson when he came out with the fucking angel wings on his back. That was fire. That was so fucking fire. If anybody hasn't seen Henderson's tattoo, check that out. Sean Brady's back tat is pretty badass too. Asher Quinn saying, D-Rod is when you use all your GTA money on your character's outfit. Olajuwon Dream saying Volkov's back tattoo is wicked as well. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Asher Quinn saying big lamb madras guy. Yeah, I love lamb. I love goat meat. I love all that shit. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the fucking best. You guys make these MMA Lock Talks so enjoyable. I absolutely love it. It means a lot that you guys come out on a daily basis almost and support your boy in the live chat. We're gonna slowly build up this community. We're gonna get these numbers higher and higher. But at this point in time, I'm loving the being able to get to every single comment, right? Eventually, we're not going to be able to get to every single comment, but I promise I will remember the day ones when the MMA Lock Talk is 100 episodes deep and we have 100 plus live viewers. Appreciate you guys as always. Honestly, I'll be back tonight on somebody else's channel, Chronic Combat Conversations. Very sharp dudes, very good guys. Love chopping it up with them. I will be baked out of my mind in preparation for that. So if you guys want to see me do a Locky late night rendition of a breakdown, make sure you guys tune in for that one. I'll be back tomorrow, obviously, for the MMA Lock Talk at 4 p.m. Eastern. Right after that, I'll be rolling into propping you up with Cody on the All-Star. Tons of content stuff to come. Make sure you guys check it out. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to go that extra mile, $5 a month on the Patreon. Link is in the description below. Got a great Discord community. Best bets and props article. A lot of great things that we're doing in there. So make sure you guys check that out if you want to support. But I am more than happy if you're just hitting that like. Trust me. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. All right. Good luck. And yeah, good luck on the rest of your day. Try not to die, is what I'm saying. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another edition of the MMA Lock Talk. Peace.